Good morning. I am supposed to be in Bakewell, Derbyshire, Peak District today, but I'm not. I'm actually in Ashbourne and I'm doing the Tissington Trail and not the Monsell Trail as intended. And that's because on the Monsell Trail there's been some erosion to the cuttings, apparently, rock falls. So they're doing some work there. So it's going to be closed for the duration anyway. It's spring and I've been so wanting to get out here and do this. But the Tissington Trail was on my list of things to do. So here I am this morning with trusty bike. Good old helper's job. And yeah, all the way up to Parsley Hay, I think it's called. But on the way back, when I get back towards Thorpe, I'm going to cut across and go down into Dovedale. Yeah, go along to the stepping stones, probably about as far as I can get on the bike, I don't know. And head back here after that. So, let the adventure begin. So, this railway was opened in 1899 by the London and North Western Railway, just before I was born. Whew. Right, I think there used to be a viaduct here. Now it's a up and down hill. Regular passenger services ceased in 1954 and freight in 1963. The trap was lifted in 64 and in 1968 it became a walking and cycling trail. Yep, over the river. Oh, there's a rabbit. So the trail from Ashbourne to Parsley Hay is 13.5 miles. And there certainly seems to be a gentle gradient on the way up. Apparently a 1 in 60 gradient. So this first section, probably a couple of miles, is very wooded. So not too much in the way of views at the moment. But it's a lovely morning. 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 Most of the surface is of crushed limestone. And it's been very dry for a couple of weeks now. My bike was absolutely covered in a film of white powder when I got back, and I was coughing quite a bit too, from the dust. Two miles out from Ashbourne, I passed through Thorpe Station. And as I keep harping on about, on the way back I'm going to go down to Dovedale. At 3.5 miles from Ashbourne I reached Tissington Station, which of course the trail gets its name from. From Ashbourne until Tissington there's little in the way of views, but that's all to come, shortly. It's midweek and we're thankfully out of lockdown, and with an early start there's very few people around. I love the semaphore signal on the bridge wall and signage below that obviously needs a coat of paint. The further north you go, the more the views seem to open up on either side. Of course, we'll go under several bridges, which usually means cuttings, and that means no views. Why? The A515 makes only a brief appearance, thankfully. As a photographer, of course I have cameras with me. In my backpack, a Fuji XT3 with a 16-80 lens for stills, a Sony HX95 for video, and two GoPros, a GoPro 7 and a GoPro 4, really for backup. And of course I will be stopping every now and then for the odd snap or three.
Passing Alsop Station is yet another gateway to Dovedale. In these cuttings you can imagine the navvies hacking away at the rocks, back in the days of no health and safety. To the west can be seen Dovedale and the distant high peaks. Beyond that, it's just sheep, the dales, more sheep, stone walls. Fantastic. And did I mention sheep? This is fantastic. I'm loving it. I love my grand days out on a bike with cameras. Can't beat it. Yeah, lovely scenery, lovely weather for April. At Hartington, 11.5 miles in and just 2 to go, they've kept the signal box, which can be visited, subject to COVID restrictions of course at the moment, and a small cafeteria too, so I pull in for a quick comfort break. I get chatting to a couple of guys from Cheshire.
Probably. You will be, I'm afraid, yeah.
Okay guys, cheers, all the best. Shortly after, head back on the trail to Parsley Hay. But half a mile along the track, something doesn't feel right. Oh no, I've left my backpack on the bench at Hartington. Dull expletives. And extremely rapid about turns, I speed back to Hartington. And I'm in luck. The guys I was talking to had it safely. Whew, that was extremely fortunate. And of course, a senior moment on my behalf. So thanks a million guys. And I still haven't told my wife. Newborn lambs, and I was just able to quickly stop, grab a camera out of my pocket and zoom in.
Old Ferris on there. Morning. That's the most cyclists I've seen in one go. Morning. Morning. Oh yeah. Ah. Awesome. Oh yeah. That's like the junction with the High Peak Trail here. Yeah, there's a High Peak Trail going off that way, and this way, Parsley Hay.
At last, Parsley Hay station, or rather cafeteria, comes into view, and a coffee and food awaits. Yeah. You can imagine just how wild it must have been up here in 1899 when they opened the line, and it probably still is. This is an Istrian kazun, or kazun, however you pronounce it. It's a Croatian stone shelter and situated about 100 metres up from Parsley Hay's pit stop, and it certainly fits into the surroundings here, given all the stone walling and rocky outcrops. So, time to head back, and it really does seem easier on the return journey south. Well, you're going downhill, aren't you? With its very slightly downhill gradient. Yeah, there's a slight difference, so you do notice it. The bike's able to freewheel a lot easier. Blow me if I don't bump into the two guys I'd met earlier at Hartington.
All right, guys.
And after a laugh regarding my backpack adventure,
It's on.
You surprised.
Yeah, unfortunately, just been having a coffee and stuff.
Oh, it's open, is it?
Yeah, oh yeah, there's quite a few people there now. Yeah,
We had one of, oh, you know.
Alright, have a good one. Yeah, you too guys. Cheers. So if I were to go straight on here, that's the High Peak Trail. But we're going back down towards Ashbourne. And as I say, when I get to Thorpe, I'm heading down to Dovedale. Well, part of Dovedale anyway, down to the River Dove.
I must have said hi at least 100 times by late afternoon.
Can't believe what I just discovered. Rear wheel's coming off. The quick release lever was off and the wheel was virtually out of the forks. Nearly a serious accident. But anyway, so I'm on my way now to Thorpe and then I'm going down into Dovedale. Can't wait, yeah. Thorpe.
I head out of what was once Thorpe Station and follow the road downhill to Dovedale.
must say, I'm not looking forward to coming back up here.
And of course, with a heavy backpack, I've got to get back up, right up these steep hills.
There. Sounds very lambish.
Certainly, as I head further down into Dovedale, I'm wishing I had more time, as this part at least is a photographer's paradise. Here, follow the path straight on. I think everyone was hoping the idiot with a camera would make a splash.
They are super slippery, those stones.
Dovedale did not disappoint. It's beautiful here, and I wish I'd had a couple of days to explore much more of the area. Must come back.
Ah, that was fab. Cheerio.
I'd have loved to climbed up Thorpe Cloud, but not with my bike.
Sheep. Big. What if they give me a trot up the hill?
Yep, it was a hard grind back up out of Dovedale, and I've spared you the pain of watching me crawl all the way back up to Thorpe. Love Thorpe Cloud, by the way. You can see why it was named Cloud.
They have some steep hills around here. Oh well, back to Ashbourne. Of course I didn't go through the tunnel at the start, did I? What a fool. Yeah, because where I parked, I just went past the cafeteria and straight onto the trail. Of course, it starts the other side of that tunnel, so I'm going to go through the tunnel and back again to the car. Got to be done, isn't it?
I have a 2.5 hour drive to get home and want to avoid the rush hour, hence the rush. Anyway, I hope you found the video interesting, and if so, please subscribe. Cheers.
I love going through tunnels.
All in all, it's been a fab day out. Highly recommended. Next, I'll be doing the Moxhall Trail shortly, hopefully, once again, and can't wait for that. Cheers for now.